guys, it's your girl Naturally Nata here. I'm here today to discuss with you guys how I did this tapered cut right here that I did with crochet hair. I did this using the same crochet hair that I used in my last video, which was from Xtrend hair. I will put the video that I did with their hair previously. It's the video right before this one, but I'll put it right here. Just click the eye up there if you want to see that one. But since I had like 6 packs left over, I really wanted to try to do a tapered cut. I see these types of haircuts, pictures of them on Instagram and things like that, and I really wanted to do one on myself, and I started thinking, how could I achieve one, of course, without really cutting my real hair? And I thought this crochet hair would be perfect for that style, and I love the blondish color also. I knew I would have to cut all the blonde off in the back, and I thought it would be really cute to have like blonde curls just in the front. So this was a very easy style to achieve. It didn't take me long at all. The longest part is the cutting. It took a long time to cut, and I did this yesterday, and I was still cutting some more today. With this style, I would just say if you want to do it, it's very easy to do as far as crocheting and everything, but when you get to the cutting side, just don't give up. You might get a little overwhelmed because it is a lot to cut, especially in the back. You see how low you're getting down to as low as you can get. Really, you want it to get as low as you can, so it takes a long time to cut all the hair off. And just don't give up. You'll keep going back in and pulling some of the curls and notice that they're too long. You'll have to keep going back and cutting and cutting and cutting, but just don't give up, and you'll see the vision. At first, I really didn't see the vision. At first, I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know if this is gonna come out right. But then when I kept going, I started to see the shape that I wanted, and I started to see the vision, and I got it. So let me know what you guys think of this style down in the description box below. It only took me, this time it took me 4 packs of hair again. So this is awesome. This hair goes such a long way. I will have all their information linked down in the description box below, and also a link to this hair and everything like that. So that's pretty much all I have to say, guys. If you want to stay tuned and see how I did this style, how I cut it, and everything like that, just please stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Alrighty guys, so this is the braiding pattern I did on my hair. I started off with 9 cornrows that I did in the front, and then I gathered those cornrows together to make bigger cornrows going down the back of my head, 2 or 3 at a time, and I had about 5 cornrows going down the back of my head, and then I sewed those up with weaving thread and a needle that you would use to do a sew-in or anything like that, so they would be nice and flat against my head. Now I'm taking this Can 2 apple cider vinegar root relief, and I'm just going to put that on all the parts between the hair and just massage that into my scalp, because this helps with itching. This hair can get a little itchy. Any synthetic hair can get itchy on your scalp, so I like doing this now before I install the hair into my head. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Xtrend Jamaican Jumpy Wand Curl hair. This is in the color 1B/27. When you take it out of the pack, this is what it looks like. It has a nice gold band that is holding all of the curls together. So I cut that off, and now I'm going to start to crochet. I'm starting in the back, and I'm going to go ahead and just start with one of the ends of one of the cornrows and crochet the hair into my head. I have several videos about how to crochet and how I do it. I will have those all linked in the description box below if you're wanting to check any of those out. But basically what I do is I loop the curl around my fingers, and then I put the latch hook underneath the cornrow, open the latch, put the curl onto the latch, close it, pull it through the cornrow, and then I go ahead and pull the length of the curl through the loop, and I go ahead and double knot it. So I have half of my hair done now. I left all the smaller cornrows in the front for last. So this is what it looks like when I am completely done crocheting all the hair into my head. As you can see, not looking too good right now. But first off, before we start cutting, we're going to go ahead and separate some of these curls just to make it nice and full and big. And then we will start the cutting process. When you cut your hair, you definitely want to do it in sections. You don't just want to like leave all the hair down and start cutting. So I'm starting in the back because that's where I want the hair to be the shortest. And I'm going to put all of the hair on the top of my head that I'm not going to be cutting at this moment. So now I'm just going to go ahead in with my hair shears. I got these from the beauty supply, and I'm just going to start to cut my hair. We're not really doing anything too precise right now because this hair is going to be very, very short. You just want to make sure to do it in sections. That's the only thing that you need to be worried about. So this is as short as I got this section for now. I don't want to overcut, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next section, and we will come back to the back section after I do this next one. So basically I'm doing the next section of hair, and I'm leaving the top, the part that I'm going to leave the longest, up in a ponytail holder and out of the way. So now I'm going to start trying to cut at a diagonal because I want this to go from very short in the back and then a little bit longer on the sides. So I'm going to cut at a diagonal by pulling the hair in front of me with my fingers at a diagonal and cutting along the line. So you want to hold your fingers so that the hair that's closest to the back of your head will be shortest, and then it'll go ahead and get longer as it goes up. So as you can see, I'm holding the scissors so that the hair at the bottom will be shorter, and then it'll get longer as it gets up towards the top. And once again, I'm just working in sections. So now I have completed that section, and this is definitely not as short as it's going to be, but I don't want to overcut again, so I'm just going ahead and taking that top section down, and I'm going to trim some of this hair out of the front of my face because it's of course not going to be that long because that would be covering my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and go in and start to see the shape that I want to do. At this point, you want to just start, you know, seeing the vision. At first it will be hard to see, but if you just keep going, you will be able to see how you want your shape to look. So now after cutting more and more hair off, this is what I'm working with. As you can see, I went back into the back and on the sides and cut a lot more off, and I left that top section of hair very, very long, and that's what's going to make the cut look tapered. You want it to be very short on the sides, very, very short in the back, and very long and full on the top. So this is the finished style basically after I spent a lot of time cutting the hair, and as you can see, I'm still pulling the curls in the back and realizing that some of them are still too long. So I'm going in and trimming those long curls off so it could be nice and even in the back. And as you can see, the sides are a little bit longer, but not as long as the top, but they're not as short as the back. And I'm going in and trimming some of the sides that are too long. Also, you're going to have to just, you know, a lot of trial and error. Just keep going back in and cutting until you get it to your desired length and your desired look. So this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned how to do a taper cut on yourself if you're interested in doing it with some crochet hair. Once again, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up if you did in fact enjoy this video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.